episode of Kelthos Tries. My name is, of course, Kelthos, and in the last episode, we were checking out this game called Where the Water Tastes Like Wine, and in this episode, we're going to continue checking it out and see where we can go. We talked to a few people last time, got a few beginnings of stories, and we traveled from Maine all the way to Boston, and then we were traveling around and our character got tired, so I was like looking for a place to sleep, but we don't have any money. So I was walking around and I found this camp with this person named Quinn, and he said we're welcome to stay here as long as we're respectable. And then we were just talking to him and figure out what was going on. But in this episode, we're going to continue talking to him and see what kind of story he has to tell us, and then continue on from there. So here we go.
I want a story that scares me. Now I'm older, almost nobody can do it. Give me your best shot.
Okay, I don't really have a scary story, but here are all the stories you've collected so far. They're organized by subject because the boss likes tarot cards, okay? This is the subject of each story here. If you tell the person a story about love, for example, they will tell you something from their own life relating to the subject of love. Poor things. As the night goes on, the icon will move from left to right. When it reaches the right side, the night is over, and so is your storytelling. The person you're talking to will usually tell you where they'll be next so you can find them again. If you tell them the types of stories that they request, you'll gain their trust and the eye will open. When it fully opens, the next time you meet them, they'll open up more about their life. They'll remember this from conversation to conversation, so don't feel like you need to open the eye all the way on the first time you meet someone. Dance around, get to know them. Okay, sounds good to me. What is this? The story of the Leatherman's Cave in Vermont. That is kind of scary. I mean, it could be to some people. Tell the story of the elegant woman. No, that's not really the scary one. No. 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 Let's tell the story of the Leatherman.
That was a chuckle to be sure, but do you know anything more lively?
Maybe.
Trust. Well, I figure tramps are apt to trust each other, to a point. Sure, there are backbiters out there, but it's the folks who act respectable, the so-called upstanding ones that I keep an eye on. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
I don't really have a thrilling one, but I will do this one. The Bootleggers. Maybe that'll work.
Well, that was a lively tale. Authority, bosses and such. I ain't nobody's little Angelina, if that's what you're asking. I take care of myself and my dogs. I don't need no jocker looking out for me. So if you're offering, don't. Shoot, I thought I told you to be respectful.
I didn't.
You want to keep enjoying my spot or not? Think about that. I want to hear one of them venturing tales. Got
any? Ran away from home. Seagulls. Two lighthouse keepers. I don't really have a venturing tale, so let's say the boy who ran away from his father. Who ran, away with his
Ain't life got enough tear-jerkers in it without telling stories like that? My family. There ain't no way I'm gonna start jaw-flapping about those bastards. Judases, the lot of them. Hey, tell me one of those exciting
I don't really have an exciting story either. Elegant woman, sure.
Well, that sure was a downer. Give me a good venture tale instead, eh? Traveling. I sure do love it. And I seen some pretty things out there. I seen serpent trains passing on a green and gold sea. I seen mountains so tall and forests so thick, nobody will ever tame 'em. I once seen a bunch of townies skinny dipping in a river. That sure was something. I seen terrible things, too.
Yeah, I didn't tell
Biblical floods
stories.
and starving folks. And black blizzards full of dust. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell?
I don't. I'll tell him about the lighthouse keeper then.
what's the use in telling sweet, happy tales if in the make you Well, I don't know a whole lot about the past, but they say there's an Injun grave around these parts. Say it's haunted and full up with it. I used to love hearing stories of cowboys and Injuns fighting it up. Would swap tales with the youngins.
Huh, interesting.
But, well, I suppose if someone shot me, I'd be Well, night's over. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way.
So he's gonna go to Pennsylvania next, okay. I'll see if I can get better stories for you next time.
Didn't understand all your stories, but I'd gladly listen to more if I see you again. The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day's a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if and you know where to look.
I see. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Makes sense to me that there'd be things out there if you're willing to look. This is Boston. We already been there. Let's see what's over here in this thing. Search.
Clouds roll together to fill the sky.
Watch the sky churn or find cover. Probably find cover.
You shelter beneath a rocky overhang. Above, the clouds turn gray and purple and blue. Lightning arcs between them. The hairs on the back of your arm stand on end.
Watch
The lightning is so strong that it seems to open a path in the haze above you. You are sure you see massive talons curved around the clouds.
Keep watching.
The thunder is so immense that the ground trembles. Your lips and hands tingle from the electric charge that fills the air until the dancing lightning passes on over the hills.
Huh. New story, the massive thunderstorm. Okay. Map. We're right here. Okay. So we probably want to go down this way to Rhode Island. Is there anything here? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, what about Connecticut? Anything in there? Yeah, there is. There's something right here. Let's see what this is all about. As you walk... Oh, this one's not narrated. As you walk down the road, a black crow flutters down to land in your path. It looks at you and cocks its head and speaks. Well, you've got a long, long road ahead of you, don't you? All these people to chase down, or so I hear. It laughs. I've got some experience when it comes to chasing folks. Tell me about it. Well, if you want, you could go find your friend again. What? Well, if you want, you could go find your friend again. Ask them more about their life. They might want better stories this time, though. It peers up at you. Didn't they tell you where they were headed next? Yeah. But hey, the world is full of people. Bet you could find another friend like that if you went around looking. There's more than one interesting person in this land, for sure. He gives a gravely laugh. That's what the humans say, anyway. And with that, it launches into the air and disappears. Move on. That was strange. Okay, then. So where are we moving to? New Jersey, then? Because I see New York City ahead. Or New York. Oh, it's just the state of New York. Okay, gotcha. What's this? Oh, that's where that one dude said he was going. Okay. That's where the other dude is. And then there's somebody else over there. Interesting. Okay, many folks to see. What's this over here? Hear a story. Sure. Okay, why is the voice narration suddenly stop? It's break time at this half-finished bridge. The workers are gathered around a young man who sits on a bucket like a king. They listen raptly to his story about the boy whose shiftless father left him alone in the woods. Listen to the tale. You realize it's the story of the boy who ran away with his father, but heavily embellished. The young man on the bucket tells it masterfully, doing all the voices as if he's told it this way 1,000 times before. What a story. It's nothing close to what actually happened, but this version is pretty good. You'll have an easy time remembering it. Move on. Nice. Story grew in the telling. Story grew in the telling. The boy whose shiftless father left him in the woods.
He leans against a fence and turns to face you as you pass him by. At his back is a bag full of bird seed. He assures you that the gawky birds perching on his body are the last remaining passenger pigeons.
I thought they were extinct.
They look extinct to you?
You're not sure those dull gray pigeons look anything like the pictures you've seen of passenger pigeons, though you can't help thinking they stare at you a little too intently.
Say, you like birds?
Yeah, birds
They're
are
lovely
good.
creatures. Guileless, really.
Hunted damn near to extinction, weren't you? He strokes one of his birds under the chin. You think you see drips of blood flecking the creature's dirty gray head.
Aww.
You
Excuse me.
sense it's about time you start moving on.
You be kind to the little birds now, you hear?
Of course. I have no
You hurry
reason to be
along the
mean to
road,
him.
though the flapping of ungainly wings seems to follow you for hours.
Move on. New story, The Pigeon Keeper. Okay. Now we're going to New York City. Enter New York City. The air stinks of gasoline and trash, and you're boxed in by brick. But damn, there's something invigorating about that stink. God, you feel like there's an engine in your chest. Really? Let's go to explore.
The engines belch black smoke as the ferry churns gray water into froth. A broad-shouldered figure leans out over the rail, eyeing the skyscrapers on the horizon. Nearby, a man and a woman speak in low, urgent voices. He takes her wrist gently. She is weeping softly.
Should I listen to the couple or talk to the man? I don't know. Both seem good, but let's talk to the man.
The man gives you a once-over as you approach. His newsboy cap is ragged with age.
You look familiar. Did I meet you at Union Square?
Union Square.
The demonstration. It got bloody, but I'm used to that after Italy.
He claps a hand to his hat to steady it from the breeze.
When Gramsci was arrested, many of us had to flee. I came into New York, and here I continue our efforts. The workers' voices will be heard.
Okay. I suppose I gotta move on. The determined socialist in New York. Earn some money. Yes, please. You wander the streets of the city looking for a way to make some cash. Look for work. A tiny woman in a lush fur coat is standing outside a boutique lamp store with package nearly as tall as she is. You there, she calls. Can you lift this? Give it a try. It's huge and unwieldy, but light as anything. Carry it down to my house and we'll work something out, the woman declares. You heft the package and follow her. She begins a rambling story about her living room and her interior decorator, her husband's taste in rugs. Fascinating, ma'am. Or God, this is boring. Fascinating, ma'am. You follow her by the sound of her voice. The lamp box is so large you can't see a thing. Eventually she exclaims, "Here we are. Thank God." You lay the box down in her living room. It's nowhere near as luxurious as she made it sound. A card table, a ratty couch, and a wall tapestry done in a grotesque imitation of medieval style. This will really tie the room together, she exclaims. At least she tips you. Move on. Nice, I got some money now. So, does that mean I can go to the store? I can get some stuff, but I don't know if I need anything, really. Let's go to the train station. Oh, I can ride the train to different cities. Let's leave. On the road again. Oh, there's somebody right here. A jet black crow alights on the low branch of a twisted tree. Look at you, it caws. Think you got some good stories already? Well, I heard better, much better. It seems to wink at you. Want to hear my tricks? Ask about the stories. Sure. The ones you got now, pathetic stuff. You tell those stories around and they'll come back... What? You tell those stories around and they'll come back more exciting, more satisfying. So always listen to the stories other folks tell. Their tales are less true, sure, but more useful round the campfire. Makes sense. The boss has a point about the true ones, though, the crow admits. They're extra interesting. You learn a couple folks' true life stories, and everyone will like them, no matter what kind of story they think they want to hear. Any other tips? Well, everyone's the captain of their own destiny. It gives a burst of laughter. Ain't no bootstraps in the world that can save you now, but the choices you make, they change the kind of story you can tell. It ruffles its feathers, a sort of shrug. Well, choose wisely, or don't. Ha! Okay. Whatever you say there, Crow. Whatever you say. Time to head into New Jersey. Which has two things, it looks like. That whistling thing doesn't work for me. You notice a black crow sitting on a fence post, watching you with unsettling intensity. Hey, it blurts. Hey, friend. Hey. You hear about trains? It gives you a throaty cackle. Locomotion, that's the life. I got some good travel tips here. Ask about travel. You ever ride a train? It asks. With your budget, you'll need to hop on at a train yard, though. Fast and convenient, but the railroad bulls really don't like it when you ride in the empty boxcars. If you get caught, you'll get beaten. It hops and pecks at something on the ground. On a positive side, maybe you'll meet someone to trade stories with, but if you don't like the sound of that, you could hitchhike. Find a friendly car, it laughs. I feel sorry for you, landlubbers. No wings, just motors. You can't even cross rivers when you want to, only at safe crossings. You have a point there. I mean, he does have a point there. I always do. You notice that its beak doesn't move as it speaks, but before you can tell anything else about it, it flies off. Move on. Strange crows, these are. What's over here?
The stream is a clear, reflective shade of blue, unusual in this region where bog iron colors the river's brown. Across the way, a goat with great leather wings laps up the water, its sunken red eyes fixed on your every movement. You now notice the unnatural absence of wildlife. No fish swim in the stream. No birds sing in the trees. The winged goat drinks with a forked tongue, only abstractly concerned with your presence. Over the hill, a scorched one-room house lies abandoned, 2 of its 4 walls in ruins. The goat rears up, front hooves curled, and stretches its wings out to their full breadth. I'm curious what
happens if I draw closer, but yeah, I would never do that.
The goat opens its mouth, and wails. A protracted, shrill sound, indistinguishable from the cry of a human infant. It only begins to stop when you take several steps back. The winged goat doesn't follow. Instead, it lies down inside the burnt house, surrounded by portraits of a large family, glass frames stained brown from smoke.
Move on. Get the hell away from that thing. Weird. The Winged Goat by Pristine Water. Very strange. Well, in the next episode, I guess we're heading to Philadelphia. And then we'll continue on from there and see what other people we can find and what other stories we can collect. I want to thank you all for watching, and if you like what you see, I suggest you subscribe to my channel so you can see the new videos I post every single day. And if you really like the videos, I'd really like it if you could leave a thumbs up and a comment. That way I could have some interaction on my channel and know that people are actually watching and actually care. And if you want to know when I post my videos, exactly when I post them, the best way to do that is to turn on your notifications as well. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.